Hey guys, this is Nikki, Southern Farm Mama. I want to come to you today and talk about Firebelly Toads. Now, you just saw my Firebelly Toad hiding because I've got the flash on. But with these guys, you want to have a minimum tank size of 10 gallons, and half of it needs to be aquatic and half of it needs to be land or a mossy area, eco earth, stuff like that. You see right here, I need to replace some of my moss. It wasn't doing too well, so I took it out. I threw it away, and then I thought, I need to do the video, so I made a mistake. You'll see that I don't have a water area, but I have the water bowl, and she does get in there off and on, but she likes to hang out in the moss more so. I'll go ahead and remove this so we can get a better look at her. I'm pretty sure it's a female just because she's so bunchy. Come on, little girl. With these guys, you want to keep them at a daytime temperature, probably between 68 to 75. They don't need to be too warm. Usually your natural room temperature will be fine, and they can drop down at night to around 62 to 65. That won't hurt them. You want to feed them small insects such as small crickets, small to medium crickets, mealworms, and feed them about as much as they'll eat in about 10 minutes. Usually she will only eat about 4 mediums a day. She is about a year and a half old, I believe. Got her last year. They like a substrate that is moist but not like soaking. She's trying her best to hide from us. There she is. You do need to put calcium powder on their food about twice a week. When they're babies, when they're not babies, but when they're younger, you would want to do it more often, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. But they don't need a heat light or UVB, but they do need to have a night and day cycle. That'll keep them healthy also. The reason why they're called Firebelly Toads, if she'll let me catch her, is they have this brilliant orange, yellow, and red on their stomachs. They are slightly toxic, so when you hold them, you need to wash your hands before and after. They don't like being held, and with any amphibian, they breathe and they absorb things through their skin, so you don't want to hold them very often. They're more of a watching pet. They're very comical. They do climb up the side of tanks. I have mine in a plastic tub. She did used to live on the water side of an old tank, but we did go ahead and take that down and decide not to put the water effect back in. She lives by herself now. I do plan on getting her a buddy or two, hopefully, probably in the spring. Right now, it's cold weather, and it's starting in the cold weather, and I probably wouldn't be able to find one very easily. But, so they need a daylight cycle, about 70 degrees. Room temperature is really good, unless you keep your house really hot or really cold. They like moist substrate, like mosses, eco earth. They live usually about 10 years if they're kept healthy. They can live up to 15. The more Firebelly Toads you have, the bigger you want to get your enclosure. Like I said, a 10-gallon tank is good for 2, but as you go up, you'll want to get maybe a 20-gallon long. They can go up where they're moist, they can shimmy up the side of the tank. So have a good lid on there, something that they can't lift up. Let's see here. Don't use little gravel. These gravel right here, I'm questioning their, that size. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to take those out. I did have them under the under the moss for drainage, but I believe I'm going to take those out. So don't get like aquarium gravel. If you want to use rocks, use something that you know they can't swallow, because you don't want your animal getting impacted. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, just let me know, and I'd appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. Have a great day.